So I wanted to talk to you today through some side hustles that you can get started within a week and potentially start earning money within a week to two. Given how the economy is, everyone can use some extra cash. We have credit card debt larger than any other time it's been in history. So I want to talk you through some ideas, but before I start, I'll give you some caveats. I'm avoiding ways of making money online. There are plenty of people who are more experienced than me who could talk you through them. But from my experience, those things are not going to be able to generate income right away. For example, you'll see these articles on side hustles and they'll say, oh, become an influencer, monetize your YouTube channel, start a blog. Yeah, all of these things sound easy in theory, but it takes a lot of work and the results would not be instantaneous. It's going to take a while, not with the 1 to 2 week timeline that I'm using as my limit for this video. So I'm avoiding most ways of making money online. There are things like taking surveys online. I don't think those generate enough income. I'm not sure you're going to be able to generate hundreds to a couple $1,000s per month, even if you start building experience with it. So I'm avoiding those as well. Then, of course, things like AI. Again, same thing. It's going to take a while for you to build the skills necessary to start making money as an AI programmer or prompt engineer. So I'm going to start with real world examples, and I'm looking at things that also can't be easily done by AI. Here we go. First one is person with a van or a truck. Now you've probably seen these advertisements before. This is the type of person that's going to help people with the moving of furniture, removing of waste, industrial waste, commercial waste, residential waste. You can even help to carry food. Now the thing is, you're going to need a truck, of course. So now I'm presupposing that you have a van or a truck if you decide to get into this hustle, and that makes it really easy to start off, and you have really low to no startup costs. All you'd really have to do is start advertising your services, and then maybe as your business starts gaining momentum, you can worry about starting an LLC or some sort of DBA. But say you don't have a van and this is something that you'd like to do as well. Well, you can. There are places like near me, there's a Ryder truck company, and they'll let you rent trucks, similar to U-Haul pretty much. You can rent those for a day or a couple of days at a time for a couple hours. Thing is, I would recommend that you book jobs before you get the truck. Just make sure that the trucks or vans will be available, and also double check the insurance on these things. You don't want it to be a case where you're carrying furniture, carrying waste, and you cause damage to the truck, and then now you're coming out of pocket in order to pay for repairs to the vehicle. So I would just be careful with that. Make sure if you are going to use it to carry furniture that you're getting plenty of tarps and things to protect the interior. That way you can kind of insure yourself and protect yourself until you do generate enough income to purchase your own van. Used, secondhand, whatever the case is. Don't go out and just purchase a van and take out one of the keyless loans just to start this side hustle. You're going to want more income before you start investing in vehicles and purchasing things of that nature. Now, another thing you can do with your van that I've seen before is mobile car washing and detailing. This is going to take a little bit more money though. So say you have a van and you have a couple $100s in order to get a water pressurized washer. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but I've seen the mobile units and people seem to make decent money washing and detailing cars. So that is something you can look into, provided it's something you're interested in doing. I would say anytime you're selecting a side hustle, while articles say just get started with anything, I say you want to choose something that's similar, that's close to your disposition, something that you're at least kind of sort of interested in doing. Like, for example, if you're the type of person who likes being outdoors, then moving furniture, helping to dump things, car washing, you're outdoors, you're interacting with people. Those things might suit you very well. Another caveat as far as dumping, say you're dumping industrial waste, residential waste, you're going to want to make sure you find a legitimate dump that you can take these items to. Don't be the type of person who's grabbing these items and then dumping them illegally in the street. You will eventually get fined, and you don't want to start paying a bunch of money in fines before you start making money as well. Again, these side hustles are about making and generating income, not about spending money immediately. So person with a van, person with a truck, moving things, you could probably get that started within a week, just putting ads there. Of course, it's going to be dependent on your location, but you can start generating income potentially within 2 weeks. So I like that one because it's got a really quick timeline. Now, I keep those things like food deliveries, Amazon Flex. I'm keeping those things out because I've looked at them. I've seen the rates that they pay you. You don't make a lot of money. you're basically working full time and getting a part-time income. So I'm looking at side hustles that presuppose you already have a job and you're just looking to do something on the side. Those things pretty much take up your full time and you're not really guaranteed a high income anyhow. So I'd avoid those unless you have no choice. If you have no choice and that's what you got to do, then that's what you have to do. I like the person with a van or truck side hustle because it also opens you up to additional side hustles. Now, say you have a van or truck and you're helping people to move furniture. Well, now sometimes people are getting rid of furniture. If you go to the Craigslist free section, you'll see it all the time. People are getting rid of beds, bed frames, armoires, large items of furniture that they don't want anymore that they're giving away for free. If you already have a van or a truck, that opens up another side hustle. You're going to need some sort of a cart. You may need a second person, especially if you're lifting heavier items. But you can start flipping the furniture really easily, especially if it's free furniture. It's all revenue. It's all profit at that point. You're just going to want to make sure that you have places to store it. Now, say you have a large enough home, you've got a basement, you got a spare garage, good to go. You have a friend, someone that can rent it out to you or let you use it for cheap. That's also pretty good. Other option is to potentially rent, like in a storage.com or one of those big storage buildings. I've actually never rented storage. I don't personally like having extra items, but if you're going to be flipping furniture, it might be worth it to pay a couple $100s to store items of furniture until you flip them. People make good money flipping furniture. Only thing is you need the type of vehicle where you can carry it around. You're going to need some place to store it. And you're also going to want to be patient because you're not necessarily going to always flip these things immediately. Computer chairs and things that are smaller and that move pretty quickly. And you can probably get those items, flipped and move within a week or two. So I kind of like that because you have a van or a truck. You can also become a furniture flipper. So that one's like a 2 or 3 for 1 sort of side hustle there, which I think is great if you have the resources to. This next side hustle is for pet lovers or pet owners or current pet owners. If you're the type of person that's really good with pets, then you can look into pet sitting, pet walking service, well, dog walking specifically, but I guess people walk. I have a friend from France who used to walk her cat, so I guess cat walking services are something you could potentially offer to eccentric people from Europe. But pet walking and pet sitting services are a great side hustle. Now, there are websites like Rover, WAG, petsitter.com, which already have the infrastructure set up, so you would just have to go get verified and then you can pretty much start working nearly immediately as well. Now, a friend of mine, he loves pets. He has a dog and he's done a lot of pet sitting. He told me he was making from $5,000 to $7,000 a month when he was actively doing it. Now he does it a little bit more part-time, but he's still bringing in like $3,000 a month just because he got really busy with work and doesn't have the time for the side hustle. So pet sitting, pet walking services, another fantastic side hustle to get into. And again, it fits my criteria. You can get started, create your online profile. I don't know how long the background check takes, but again, within 1 to 2 weeks, you can be up there, you can start booking jobs and start making money. So a couple final side hustles that I think are good potential. Now there's cleaning services. Now if you're the type of person with a van or truck who's already moving furniture, you can already continue with that business and offer cleaning services, cleaning and organizing. But say you don't have a van or a truck, I think offering cleaning organization services are a solid side hustle to get into on your own. Now again, you're gonna probably want to be the type of person who's good or decent at organizing, or at least has an affinity for it. I mean, if you don't like dirty things, if you don't like dust, this is probably not the thing for you. So just keep that in mind. So they're cleaning services. Now, this last one, you're gonna want to be handy with a screwdriver, with a wrench, maybe good at painting, or some combination of those, but handyman. If you can offer handyman services to your friends, your family, or handy person, I don't want to leave anyone left out, but if you're a type of person who's good with your hands, you can offer those services locally. You start local, you start small, and then you can continue to build your business outward from your geographic area. You don't necessarily want to be traveling far and wide. You probably want to focus this one more locally because it's going to be easier to generate business through word of mouth. So those are a couple of the side hustles that I recommend that I think you can get started within a short 1 to 2 week period and start generating income. Do you agree? Do you think I missed anything? Have you tried any of these side hustles and you have some stories that you'd like to share? Let me know in the comments and I'll catch you guys later. I think these birds have some ideas on side hustles. That's probably why they're making so much noise. Ciao for now.